shape of?
A lake.
I think we'll just sit here.
I'll go with you, Rose. I'm a sucker for natural beauty. And a gin and tonic. Let's find the bar, Carl.
Blanche, I'm glad we're alone. There's something I think we should do.
Dorothy, I like you as a friend, but I think I'll pass.
Here we go. Everyone settle. And go.
Guess what, Ma? I found some real No, that's not it. Wait a minute. What is the line?
Guess what, Ma? I found some real good pizza, just like you used to get back in Sicily.
Sorry, now I know what the trouble...
Right. You want something fresh? Turn on Letterman.
We were telling best sex ever stories, Sophia.
Yeah, but now we're tired of telling them, so why don't we go to bed, huh?
No, wait. It's a good thing I'm up, because it so happens that I have a story for you. The sex story to end.
Rhea, I gave those servicemen something even Mr. Bob Hope himself could not give them.
A rash?
Donuts. Dorothy, Big Daddy was part owner of a donut shop. Did you really think this was going to be a story? Well, then what is the surprise, Daddy?
Well, I was gonna save it, but what the heck. I'm singing at the Sagebrush Club tomorrow night.
You doing what?
I'm singing. That's my surprise. And I want you and your friends.
Well, a night of unbridled passion should take it out of you.
Who said anything about passion? I was tired from picking up beer cans from Stan's poker buddies.
I just cannot believe Lillian's only been here 24 hours.
I cannot believe that Ma thought she could handle her alone.
Then Renee calls up and says she's got herself an agent.
Oh, nice.
Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
In the city hall and make it legal.
Stan.
Dorothy, it's fate, divine intervention, the hurricane, us pretending we're married. If God didn't want us to be together again, he would never have sent us a priest.
I'm not a priest.
Angelo, get back here. What do you mean you're not a priest?
Can I go on with this deception?
Well, I'd have gotten your rose, too, if my mother'd named me Violet.
Oh, Mr. Vaughn! Oh, Mr. Vaughn, did you hear about the cast change?
Castor.
Ronald Bromberg has come down with the flu. He won't be able to play the sheriff.
Well, who can take over the part?
Hello.
She's the only one in the cast.
Rose, what was your first impression of me?
I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut. I was wrong. You don't wear too much makeup.
How could the stand have burned to the ground?
I don't know.
We were so careful.
I have a confession to make. The reason I sent you two ahead and said I'd lock up is because I wanted a cigarette. And I guess I didn't put it out.
Oh.
Well, I wouldn't. As a doornail. Dead, dead, dead.
Coffee? Rose? How can you be so cheery? It's a terrible thing.
Come on, she was 89 and she died in her sleep.
She fell asleep driving the bookmobile.
Self, I don't need help. I'm a totally independent person.
I know. I
need $67 for the cab.
$67? Ma, this is crazy. The home is 15 minutes from here.
My cab driver is Cuban. He said there was an additional tax for a bilingual driver. I hope to think he can be just as dopey at 82.
So, do you want to get a divorce?
Hey, I'm Catholic. I don't need a divorce on my record with St. Peter in spitting distance. I say we get separated.
Fine. That's a better idea.
This bathroom.
I am not sharing a bathroom with 3 strange men. I don't care if it is my vacation.
You got no choice, lady. There just aren't enough Johns.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Yeah? You think we're happy having to gargle next to Grandma Moses and the Mosettes?
Blanche. It was a roll in the hay, not a walk on the moon.
Oh, Ernie's the best thing that's happened to me in a long time. I don't think I've been this happy with a man since Charlie. Oh. I have to get ready. We're going on a picnic today.
Oh, I don't believe this.
He was tall, she was short. He was cheap, she was extravagant. He was
Opposites. We get the picture.
Well, anyway, I'll never forget the time they sang at our annual talent show, right after the herring juggling act.
You show Make Room for Daddy.
Thanks, Ma.
Where are you going?
Get some air.
We got air in the house.
I like beer with my air. You wait up for me?
To a boy next door once myself.
That means we have your blessing?
I'd like to say yes, but I can't. I mean, everything you've said is logical, but I'm a mother, and a mother doesn't have to be logical. I'm awfully sorry. I just don't approve.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Almost. Where you going, Ma?
To order that cherry red tricycle with the grocery bag sidecar. Don't laugh. You ride one of those things past the shuffleboard court, you got old guys coming out of your hair.
10,000.
I'm gay.
Okay, we're even. Now let's go take care of the kids.
Ma, have you seen Rose?
She left with Doug. Boy, were her eyes twirling.
How could she do this to me? Oh, goodness, no, of course I knew that. I'm not blind. Not that there's anything wrong in that. Of course, there's nothing so good about it either. Could we just go?
Great. What restaurant are we headed to?
Oh, Harvey's at the shore. Do you know it?
No, I don't.
Oh, you'll love it. It has a gorgeous view.
One of my favorite plays.
Frankly, I was a little disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, when you told me you were taking me to a revival of Tennessee Williams, I was expecting something more along the lines of a seance.
Rose, I have never met anyone like you.
Check the cornfield on Hee-Haw.
It was a pleasure meeting you all.
Good night. Well, I guess that solves the mystery.
I'll say, who would have thought Blanche would date somebody that long in the tooth?
I thought his teeth were nice. What I couldn't believe was how old he was.
You know, sometimes I really cannot believe my ears. My son is an artist.
That's a nice way of saying he's a loser.
My son is not a loser. He happens to be very talented.
Yes, at taking advantage of poor young girls.
There, you see, you both agree. He does have talent.
Rose, face it. Your daughter moves faster than Marcus Allen.
I can't face it. See where Crisco is made. The point is, we thought I'd have enough money for the rest of my life as long as I had his pension. Now the reality is I probably have enough for only a couple of months.
Dorothy, help me out here. Dorothy?
I'm thinking.
Look, if I have hurt somebody, I am sorry. But you should know I've hurt myself worse. Sophia, I did the best I could.
I suppose you did.
Can't you find it?
If you all are around to change its diapers and clean up after it when it spits up and pees, I'd love to be a mother again.
Are you girls sure you really want to do this?
Oh, look, I know it's going to be a lot of work, but, oh, it'd be worth it to hear a baby's laugh around the house.
Oh, come on, let's do it.
What do you say, Ma?
What choice do I have if I say no? I'll see him.
You remember.
No, but the odds were in my favor.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you, Liz. Have to run, sorry.
Nice meeting you.
Listen, I'll catch up with you two later. What? When? Oh, we have so many running jokes. Well, but what brings you two here?
Oh, no, thanks. We were in the neighborhood, and we thought we'd, just... So I hear we only get you for 3 days.
Well, that
depends.
On what?
On how my mother feels about my having the baby in Miami.
Here? So close to Cuba?
Well, I thought I could do it alone, but now that it's almost time,
Shut up and play ball, you yuts. False alarm. Never mind. Let's all go to bed. Come on, Angelo. You can sleep in my room.
Oh, yeah, well, want a bit crowded?
Please, in Sicily, we slept 4 in a bed.
Yeah, but there's 6 of us.
I meant just you and me.
Oh, fancy.
We're little.
He's not my doctor. He's my friend.
Oh.
Oh, no, Oliver. The bottle, please. Thank you, dear.
Listen, Harry. Thank you. Thank you. I can't tell you what it means to have someone like you believe me.
Give me.
Thank you and good night. Well, Ma?
5 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, that's a little long. What should I cut?
After hearing that act, your throat.
I talk to you about.
Dorothy, I have been so worried. I think the way we've been spending this money is all wrong.
Blanche, I could not agree with you more, honey. I've been up half the night worrying about how foolish we've been spending all that money on silly little things that we don't need.
Oh, I am so relieved. Oh, And we hire a band to play fish songs in pirate suits with muscles bulging.
Your mouth is...
What, Tess?
I didn't know you weren't supposed to cut them out. I never felt so rejected in my life. Until now.
Boy, this personal's idea was really a mistake.
There must be something we can do.
I think we've done quite enough already, Blanche.
I have an idea. I'm gonna set her...
Now, what does this have to do with the diary?
Suddenly I'm on Nightline. I was just trying to tell a story here.
There's no point, Sophia. They've done something terrible, and I'll never be able to forgive them.
Rose, isn't there anything we can do?
No, absolutely not. I'm unyielding on this.
Rose, can't you think of anything that'll make us still be friends?
No, this time you've crossed the line. Where'd you end up?
Who knows? I could only find one person who spoke English, and he tried to blame me personally for the Bay of Pigs.
How'd you get home?
I took the bus the other way. That's when I also noticed that they changed the name of the number 10 bus to the number 7. I'm gonna write David Horowitz.
Sophia, I think you got on the wrong bus.
Maybe I did, but I'm gonna write it. Dorothy, I want to talk to you. I just wanted to say I'm sorry about the stick.
What stick?
The stick. The one with the sock on it with the buttons for the eyes.
You mean Scout? You know where Scout is? I'd be able to enjoy it.
True. On the other hand, Beethoven was also deaf, so you'd be hearing the music the way he wrote it. Look at us. You haven't been out of the house in a week.
Hi, Rose. What you got there?
Just a little snack. Oh, darn, I forgot some.
Not bad. What is it?
I'm not sure. The pen.
That's very good. I like a roommate with a sense of humor. My last 2 roommates were 2 old sticks in the mud from Minnesota. Oh. Tell me a little about yourself.
Well, my name is Rose Nyland, and I'm from Minnesota.
Stop it, girl. You're killing me.
Oh, but...
You just have to learn to live each day just one day at a time.
Well, of course you do, Dorothy. I mean, if you took them 2 at a time, you'd end up constantly changing your underwear.
Go ahead, stand up and say it.
Please understand, I come from a very religious family.
I can't believe this. I've been agonizing over this relationship, and now you have the nerve.
Rose, please lower your voice. People are staring at you.
Staring at me? They're staring at you.
Well, yes, but I'm used to it. I'm a very snappy dresser.
I'll be damned.
Dorothy, I want to tell you something, and this isn't easy.
Miles, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused. Although I love you very much, I was scared of commitment. I guess in a way, I wanted to believe that Charlie was trying to contact me.
Oh, sweetheart, there's nothing to be scared of. When you're ready to wear the ring.
Ma, you gonna tell a story?
Please, das Heifetz Rasen a bow. This is a tearjerker. Picture this. New York City, 1931, the Depression. Your father and I are newlyweds. One rainy night, we have our first fight. He says he's leaving, I say fine. He goes out the door.
There.
Why? What happened?
They fired me. And it's all her fault.
Fired you? How could they fire Mr. Terrific?
How? I'll tell you how. The newly hired...
Girls, I know you're gonna go to court and tell the truth.
We'd like to, but we could get in some trouble. You see, most of the judges at juvenile court know us. I think we've worn out our cute act.
Now you listen to me, you little monsters, if you think we're gonna be your patsies.
$400? Back in St. Olaf, the most expensive room is $18.50. And that includes the cow.
All right, Rose, why would you want a cow in the room?
It's the law.
And I've never regretted it.
Oh, Blanche, that's a beautiful story. Oh, that must have taken real courage for both of you.
And it's terrible to think that the two of you were almost kept apart just because Benjamin was black.
Black?
Where do we draw the line?
Right before the large bird thing.
Dorothy, she was just trying to help. And I never actually thought Stan sent me those flowers.
You sent her flowers?
Well, I had to get the ball rolling somehow.
You have really done it this time. Now, I don't blame you for this, Gloria. Look at the end of the play until today.
If there's one thing I remember about my wedding night, it's Charlie telling me it's impolite to peek.
Rose, the play isn't real. It's a fairy tale. Not all stories end happily, and children have to learn that.
You call yourself a teacher? It's Pops. Then he spells it out in
pepper. Rose, can we just get on with the speech?
Okay. Friends, family, Aunt Gretchen was a special person. She... What's the point?
Okay. How about when you were unmarried and pregnant?
I remember your exact words. Get out of my house, you're dead. I have no daughter named Dorothy.
Sure, in that tone of voice, it sounds bad. But I'm supporting you now. Didn't I come here to live with you in your twilight years?
Ma, these are your twilight years.
They're $150 a month.
Little problem. Rose, how could you get our hopes up like that? I mean, who has an extra $150 a month?
I do.
What?
I do. We'll use that bonus check I got at work.
Blanche,
Don't try and talk me out of it.
Wow, he sure is handsome.
Oh.
Yeah, what did he have to say?
Oh, that he's in town on business and that he's single again and that he'd love to be my date for the museum ball Saturday night.
The museum ball? Didn't Roger Clark postpone his kidney transplant so he could be your date?
Some stranger's word over mine. I'm not going to stand for this. Not in my own house. I want you out of here.
Blanche, you don't mean that. Dorothy, she doesn't mean
I do so mean it.
I'll be out as soon as I can find a place.
Blanche, you can't just throw Dorothy out on the street.
You just watch me. Because you know what we hadn't. I feel a little strange about going out with Stan again tonight.
You're going out with Stan tonight?
He has tickets to the Burt Reynolds Dinner Theater.
And you're going?
Well, of course I am. I'd be out of my mind to pass up the chance to see Mr. Jamie Farr in the Cane Mutiny Court Martial.
Miami is nice. Miami is nice. Miami is... Wait a minute. You put in an extra Miami is nice.
I had to. It hurts the music if you don't put it in.
Yeah, but the lyrics don't make any sense.
I mean, it goes, Miami is nice, so I'll say it.
Ladies, see y'all later.
I can't believe it. Neither can I. Free tickets.
Oh, I'm talking about my daddy. Why, this singing thing doesn't make any sense. You know, I'm worried about him. Maybe I ought to go call.
I will. I'm not going to rest. I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to eat until I track that scum down.
Rose, I'm the scum. Stan and I inherited that building. I am Uncle Angelo's landlord.
Oh, Dorothy, I forgot.
You just can't help yourself, can you, Blanche?
I'm home.
Ma, what are you doing here?
There was no reason to stay.
I thought your grandson's graduation was next week.
There isn't gonna be a graduation. The big dope failed.
Ma, you're kidding.
Morning, Dorothy.
I didn't want to hear it from Bryant Gumbel, and I don't want to hear it from you.
Problem?
I still don't have a date for Jenny's wedding. My own goddaughter, and I'm going to show up alone.
How humiliating.
Ma, don't rub it in.
There are other fish in the sea.
You know, the ones my age are floating on the top.
Now, Ma, remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I think I crossed that line when I got a date.
Hi, Sophia.
That never happened.
Oh, yes, it did. Blanche told me all about it.
She made it up.
I don't think so.
Look, nothing came of it. I did apologize to her.
And you lied to me.
Dorothy.
You lied to me about Blanche.
Dorothy, sweetheart, please try to understand. It was no big deal.
Call the exterminator.
Oh my gosh, that must be Lucy. All right, now you all, please, no more rat talk. Ah, Lucy. Hi. Oh, get in here. I want you to.
Well, so-so. No, again, that was not mine. They sell bumper stickers out of the Thimble Museum. So, Rose, how about tomorrow night? Dinner at the usual, huh? And, you know, we've been putting off that trip to Zipper.
I'd like to inject some candy here. I'd also like to inject a tranquilizer dart into your backside. But my dart gun was confiscated after the incident with the trick-or-treaters. In my defense, it was dark and I was unaware of this Ninja Turtle craze. But I digress. So to be brief, Abby...
Wait a minute, Rose. That is an invasion of privacy.
What makes you think she wants a party?
Everybody wants a party, no matter what they say. But if you think we don't really need to know Blanche's real age, then maybe we should...
Open the damn envelope.
I can't believe it. After all these years, we're...
Honest man. You think about that.
Found out that Bergstrom wanted to be cremated.
Oh, shut up, Rose.
I think the worst thing in the world is if your child dies before you do.
Sophia, Dorothy is not going to die.
I know that.
She'll be fine.
I know.
What are you...
Enema bag?
To the right.
Did you, Grip?
Condoms, Rose! Condoms! Condoms! Condoms!
Calm down, lady. You just get out of prison?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Mommy.
Well, I'm sorry I'm so early. Traffic wasn't what I expected.
Well, the important thing is you got here safely.
Pull yourself together, pussycat. Go Gershwin confused a lot of people.
Many. But it just wasn't there. And then you happened, and it was as if George had just stepped right back into my life again. I just don't want to feel that incomplete.
Video recorder?
I bought you a video recorder.
2 video recorders? Wow, this is going to be the best Christmas ever.
My, how did you think I was going to pay for all this?
On time. Loosen up the mousetrap a little. It's Christmas.
You see what this holiday has become?
Oh, I'm fine. I just had a dream. We were all in Moscow. It was snowing and we were all wearing fake furs. I guess I'm just nervous about that press conference tomorrow. I've never had a press conference before. The idea of all those reporters coming to the house.
Change. Okay. Blanche, you've lost weight.
Rose Nyland, I could just strangle you.
With what?
Oh, come on now, let's not fight. We went through all this trouble so we could be together. The least we can do is enjoy it.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
Yeah, the ladies are out of the house. The transmitter's working perfectly. I hear everything clear as a bell.
They really did it. I can't believe it. You know, I got to tell you, Bobby, I had big doubts about this one.
And I didn't dare look at you because I thought it was.
Congratulations, ladies. You did a great job.
It's really working.
Bobby, give her the phones. Let her hear.
Oh, I hate to say this, but it was all happened.
He's filling in for Willard Scott on the Today Show. It seems Willard ate some bad scallops on the air that he got through the mail. He wandered over to the critics' corner and lost his cookies on Gene's channel. Gene thought it was because Willard...
Oh, come on. You said the exact same things to me before you took me to Shady. I'll go pretty up.
Rose? What did the interview go?
Oh, fantastic! Is Aunt Blanche here? I want to tell her all about it. And that I won't be home for dinner tonight.
Oh, your gorgeous doctor taking you for another midnight cruise?
Oh, no. Tonight I'm going out with Michael.
Oh, Michael isn't the doctor.
No, Michael's from the university. He's the one who interviewed me. Oh.
4 nights in a row and I still can't sleep.
Please, I haven't had a decent night's sleep since I was 70.
You're right, I shouldn't complain. I mean, 4 nights is nothing compared to Elsa Uteruden back in St. Olaf. She stayed awake.
Losing weight. Come with me. Remember the first week you were here, we put a mark on the back wall to measure how tall we were? You said they did that at the home to show how your height was declining. Oh, Blanche is right. You are a little bit shorter.
Then you don't have to worry about losing weight. And your favorite brandy and cigars? I want him to feel right at home.
Then get the Millers across the street to tar and feather their lawn jockey.
I want to go out on the Lanai for a while. The air is always so nice and fresh after a storm.
As long as you're out there, Rose, why don't you pull some weeds?
Okay. Pretty soon the situation got out of control, and I tried to let him down gently.
You tried to make it short and sweet.
Milk duds.
They're delicious. I love them. The trouble is they take out my dentures.
Sophia, I don't think you're having a heart attack. It's most likely a gallbladder attack brought on by overeating. Overeating, by the way, is a gross understatement of what you've described to me.
You've been dating him and he dumped you, and now you're getting even by telling me.
No, that's
I've heard this before. I can't tell you how many times.
You have?
You think you're the first? Please. The first time Al slept with someone else was on our honeymoon.
No.
In Paris.
Pretend. We were having lunch at Fairview Gardens. Well, Floyd McCallum walked in with another woman. So I pretended Sven was my boyfriend just to make Floyd jealous.
Did you explain any of this to Sven?
Well, I assumed he knew.
Blanche, how could you assume anything? The man offered to kill dinner for us last night. Now I want you to look me in the eye and tell me you're not lying.
I'm not lying.
Sophia, it's for you. He says his name is Tony the Hook.
Tell him I'll call him back. What are you looking at? He's my butcher.
Why is a woman your age moving furniture?
For food.
Right this way. You make me sick.
Actually, every town has its own dialect. Actually, every household has its own dialect. This also explains why the Italian army is as effective as the Jamaican bobsled team.
Malinteso, ma io posso rifare tutto. Cambierò questo garage in una stanza da letto.
He says he's sorry he made the mistake.
That's pretty good.
Well, let's see. Just so much to remember. Well, he was charming and quite an athlete, intellectual. He could match wits with anybody in town. Very handsome. The ladies loved him.
Makes it easier to breastfeed.
You had a chin, but then, of course, we also showed home movies on your forehead.
How are you feeling today, Sophia?
My ear hurts.
Ma, you were in a walkathon. Why should your ear hurt?
From talking on the phone last night to hundreds of well-wishers. She has a great experience, but your mother is a nut.
Ma, I never said that.
Then why won't you talk to me about the white light?
It scares me, all right? It makes me feel like you're embracing death, and I don't want to see that. I want you to rail against it, Ma.
I said I wasn't scared of dying anymore. I didn't say I was ready to die.
And you can smell their pipe tobacco and their maleness. And then their arm accidentally brushes against your bosoms, and the room is filled with the heat of a taboo lust.
Rose, I don't think I'll be needing it.
Well, okay, Miss Know-It-All. But if Alex Trebek asks you what years Ulf Horwald was on the student council back to back, don't come crying to me.
1946 and 47. I intend to win this. So you see, it's not... Oh, my God, I've just spilled my guts to someone who drinks out of a toilet. Listen, I'm sorry, you are out of here. One Wawa in my life was enough. Look, I have had it with that disgusting dog. I have...
To go for what's behind the window.
Will you take window 1, window 2, or window 3?
Window 3, guy.
All right, Dorothy, but first, let's see what you didn't pick. Behind window 1, brand new living
show. Make room for Daddy.
Thanks, Ma.
Where are you going?
Get some air.
We got air in the house.
I like beer with my air. You wait up for me?
Well, I'm off. If you need something to keep you occupied tonight, Rose, why don't you take out a good book and see if you can find Waldo?
I've never liked her. Or, isn't there anything else you can do?
Well, I suppose we could prove Mr. Livingston was faking his injury if we could trick him into performing certain physical acts of a sexual nature. All we'd need is a devastatingly beautiful woman with a flair for seduction.
How about Mrs. Hufstad down the street?
I always am.
Still, she must be worried by now.
Rose, my daughter's dead. She passed away some time ago. I go to the cemetery on Mother's Day. It was always such a special day for the two of us. I like to pretend it's still.
Dorothy, do you love him?
What does that mean, Blanche? He was my husband. He was the father of my children. Of course, I have feelings for him.
Uh-huh. Well, what are they?
Love.
Well, we finally found the cause of the fire.
Take me away. Cuff me.
Well, I'd like to take you to dinner first. Well, we can play the rest by ear. But business before pleasure. Your fire was caused by a faulty coil in the pizza oven. I'll write up a report for your insurance company.
As you might never have known you even had it.
Okay, here's the game plan. We
date.
Well, we didn't. But it wasn't because I didn't try. Oh. I can still remember the night of the big rally before the homecoming game. Oh, there stood Ham, just handsome as ever. I walked over to him and asked him the one question that had been burning on my tongue for the last 4 years. Ham. Sad. Well, that's no excuse. Daddy obviously doesn't know what he's doing. He's lost his grip on reality.
Oh, honey, maybe it's not as serious as you think. Maybe he's just going through a stage.
My father is not off on some crazy lark, Dorothy. He sold our house and our land and everything he spent his lifetime building.
Well, let's have a look at you.
No, this is the first time a female doctor's ever examined me. Feels kind of strange.
I hear that a lot. You know, the truth is, despite the progress that women have made...
You can just call me.
I didn't think the two of you were speaking.
Well, we're not.
Then how'd you know it was her on the other end of the line?
Rose, you're bringing down the curve for the whole country.
I just don't believe it. She is coming to town to promote a novel she's just had published.
Within the next couple of months, they're going to have to do that.
You know, Dorothy, people think if you live to be my age, you should be grateful just to be alive. Well, that's not how it works. You need a reason to get up in the morning, and sometimes even after you find one, life...
They're in your mouth, Ma.
I know that. Don't they look good today? I ran them through the dishwasher.
Ma, listen to me. You got Martha Ray and Madge mixed up again. Morning, natural blonde.
I am a natural blonde.
Right, Rose. You and Tina Turner.
Did Dorothy tell you she's gonna be a grandma?
Oh, Ma, that was a secret.
Oh, Dorothy, that's wonderful. Why didn't you tell us?
Because we're not 100% sure. I didn't talk to Kate. Ma did.
Ooh, someone was supposed to pick me up an hour ago. I can't figure out what's taking them so long.
Ma, when are you going to stop? Now, look, you're not going anywhere, so why don't you just put down your suitcase and you and I'll go off and see a movie?
You go to a movie. In a few hours, I'll be basking on a beautiful white beach, trying to keep the sand out of my wrinkles.
Oh.
Excuse me. Are you waiting for the bus to Northern Falls?
No, St. Olaf.
I've visited there. Lovely little town.
Oh, yes, yes, it is.
Rolling
They
hill.
only fly over empty fields in Kentucky, where fat guys in overalls named Cooley have just run out of gas.
I think we ought to call the authorities.
Rose, there is no such thing as a UFO.
They were probably looking for someone to bring up to the ship.
Fine. Now you stay out here, flag them down.
Would you do me a favor?
Oh, of course, Uncle Angelo, anything.
I want you to sleep with this man.
Forget it.
Please, I'm begging you as a man of the cloth.
Now I know how Jessica Hahn must have felt. Selling mosquitoes, Rose. I mean, not that they don't serve a purpose. All life is precious. I care about our wetlands. I just wish they were more glamorous, you know. Tomorrow for that commercial.
I said she was family. I'd do anything for that girl.
Well, is everybody ready for a spirited game of Guggenspritzer?
Guggenspritzer. You said we were going to play Monopoly.
I said it was like Monopoly. Only instead of Atlantic City, they used St. Olaf geography.
Was coming here in the first place.
Dorothy, I thought you went to bed.
Can't sleep. I just lie awake thinking about Michael and Lorraine.
So let it go.
All right. All right, all right, Ma, I'll do it.
You've made me a happy woman. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, I hear one of the judges has a fetish. Dorothy's going to be in the mother-daughter beauty pageant.
Remember him. All he said on the phone was that he had a great time with me the night before he left.
Oh, then it's got to be anybody. There's your unknown soldier now.
Oh, Dorothy, would you please get the door and find out his name?
Blanche, what are you so worried about? The minute you see him, you'll remember.
Rosie's going to be...
Oh, I don't think so. You see, I've bowled with Blanche before. Maybe this isn't the best time to mention it, but when the chips are down, Blanche chokes. Don't you, sweetheart?
Eat chalk, Nyland.
You go get him, Blanche.
Bigger part than I'd realized.
That must have been awful.
Oh, it was. I don't know any neuter flocking twins. The mind is a powerful thing.
Think of the 99% you don't use.
Anyway, I stopped at a gas station.
I almost forgot the reason I came out to talk to you. Oh, it's about the banquet.
Oh, now, don't you worry about a thing, Mr. Allen. I love to throw a party. You just leave everything to me.
Well, actually, Blanche, I've decided to leave everything to Dorothy.
Really tight, and I hate it.
Oh? Well, I'm just the opposite. I love a tight man. Tight man with cast iron pecs. Thighs that could choke a bear.
But, Ma, this is different. You know, I've always wanted to teach an honors class, but now that I am, well, the kids are making me feel stupid.
Dorothy, I'm going to tell you something I never told you before. When you were about 12 and we lived in Brooklyn, they called me into...
Oh, just let me freshen my makeup. Girls, why don't you come with me and I'll show you how I transform myself into a fresh-faced, innocent young thing.
Could you skip the innocent part, Blanche? The show starts in 2 hours.
What, do I owe you gas money? Let me get my purse.
No, please let me explain the way I acted last night. My wife died 2 years ago. I really haven't dated since then. I wanted to get back into the swing of things, so I read up on what modern women want, you know, equality.
You must be Michael's parents. Mama, put your glasses on. Oh, my Lord.
This is mud on our faces. We're not really black.
Oh, Sophia.
Oh, hi. Come on in. Sit down.
We're sorry to barge in like this. We were wondering if Mr. Fixit was here.
Chuck is here.
Oh, darn. Do you think you could change into Mr. Fixit?
It's a mental illness, Rose, not a masquerade party.
In Sicily, we had a guy with a multiple personality, only...
You. One, do you read People magazine? And two, are you doing anything tonight around midnight?
What's your Edna?
Edna.
Did she like the beach?
You ever notice the birds?
I'm asking you about your late wife. You're asking me about birds?
At the park, they want you to feed them, but here they take care of themselves.
Here they could, for that handsome guy in the red Corvette that I cut off on Highway 12 yesterday, well, you can call my personal number, which is flashing on your screen now. I'll get it.
I think that just might work. I mean, she thinks of herself as the godfather. I'll just make her an offer that she can't remember.
Sophia, thank you for coming.
Blanche, I am impressed. You have really changed your tune.
You know, it's funny how that happened. There I was, staying up last night, coming up with excuses to get out of this. And then it occurred to me. I said, water lily. That's what I call myself sometimes.
I've learned to cope with just about anything.
You know, when I was in college, I taught school part-time at one of those schools for the blind. It is really amazing what they can accomplish.
Oh, I went to one of those schools for a little while. It's just a lot of talking and hand-holding. Never been so bored in my life. I think I'm just the kind of person that likes to get...
Found himself up a date for movie night. I just copied the letters and changed Dearest Harley to Dearest Blanche.
Well, you did make a small contribution, Merrill.
Oh, call me Moose. That's my nickname.
What a coincidence! That was Dorothy's nickname in elementary school. Remember Dorothy?
We weren't.
Oh, I hope she can forgive us.
She will. That's what she does best. You know, Blanche, I owe you an apology. How can I be high and mighty about my friendship with you when I can't do Rose the simple favor of keeping her out of trouble? What I have to do is remember you for the person you are. Blanche, I didn't know you went out. Are you coming back from a date?
You know, Dorothy, sometimes you can be so cruel.
Honey, if you didn't have a date, how come you're so dressed up?
Well, I sat down and tried to think of a surefire place to meet men. It was so obvious, I couldn't believe I hadn't thought of it before. The hardware store. Well, then, so what is it, Stanley?
I'll show you. It's time. Let me turn it up.
Hi, it's me, Stan Zbornak, and you may be wondering why I'm dressed like a potato.
That's what's different.
It's because I've invented the Zaborni, America's first baked potato opener. Now you can open it.
Don't listen to her, Blanche.
You grow a beard, Dorothy. Believe me, I woke up one morning, I looked like Arafat.
Oh, my God. I never grew a beard.
You never grew brains either.
Well, I tell you, menopause was wonderful for me.
Dialect. Actually, every town has its own dialect. Actually, every household has its own dialect. This also explains why the Italian army is as effective as the Jamaican bobsled team.
Malinteso, ma io posso rifare tutto. Cambierò questo garage in una stanza da letto.
He says he's sorry he made the mistake.
Yes.
Men only value that in you.
Well, they used to. Now my only hope is to become an intellectual and find a retired Jew.
Blanche, you have to change your thinking. You have...
Boys. Father, this is my mother, Sophia Petrillo. My roommate, Blanche Devereaux.
Blanche Devereaux, I've heard quite a bit about you.
All good, I hope.
I'm sorry, I can't reveal things learned in confession. But...
Enough to spend it all?
No. I mean, I just don't want him to think that's the only reason I'm attracted to him. That's why whenever we're out together, I always pretend to be totally unimpressed by his wealth.
Isn't that kind of difficult?
Oh, no, not at all. I don't give a hoot how much he has. Fact is, I think I'm falling in love.
Oh.
You should buy a parakeet or something.
Gladys, honey, how are you?
Fine, Dorothy. Is your mother home?
No, I can't say that she is.
I've been trying to call, but she keeps hanging up on me. You sure she isn't home?
No, I still can't say that, no.
Over here is Dorothy Zbornak. And we just want you to know how excited we are that an artist of your stature is going to be performing in our little theater.
Ladies, there are no small theaters, no small parts, only small actors.
Like Hervé Villachez.
I was speaking metaphorically.
These Siamese twins sleep alone more than you do.
Who are you on the phone with?
Oh, Dorothy's talking to the police about the baby.
I see. No problem. Yeah, and that's the standard procedure? Yeah, well, then I guess we'll just have to discuss it and come to some kind of decision. Thank you very much.
You can do that by yourself.
I'm aware of that, Rose. Stan didn't want to get old. No, I'd like someone to sit on the porch with, hold hands, listen to the birds, watch the grass grow.
Blanche, what kind of man are you looking for?
The newsstand.
What are you talking about?
Don't you notice a difference? Can't you see the glow? Can't you see the light radiating off of me?
Sure, it's the porch light glaring off your head. I thought I heard a man's voice.
Oh, it's you, Stan.
I'm so happy you're all here. I have just had an incredible...
Did some work on my mom. And do you know who she came out looking like? Raymond Massey.
Rose, that's terrible.
Well, that's what I thought when I accused the guy of malpractice and ruined his business. Unfortunately, little did I know.
Know what, Rose?
That was the...
Pretend. We were having lunch at Fairview Gardens. Well, Floyd McCallum walked in with another woman. So I pretended Sven was my boyfriend just to make Floyd jealous.
Did you explain any of this to Sven?
Well, I assumed he knew.
Blanche, how could you assume anything? The man offered to kill dinner for us last night.
Rose, have you been forgetting to wash the fruit before you eat it?
I'm serious. Bob Hope is my father. Well, sort of. I mean, he could be, maybe.
Rose, what the hell are you talking about?
There's some... Oh, wait, Uncle Gustav. Well, actually, he hung in the barn. But that was only when he discovered his horse had defeated him for water commissioner.
People only use the when a really big storm is a-coming or a-brewing, so grab a sack and start a-shoveling.
Ma, the weather report said nothing about a hurricane.
Ida Perlberg down at the senior center woke up this morning with a leg cramp. Need I say more?
Rose, what do you think?
A sex-crazed psycho with a granny complex. Sorry, Blanche, I gotta call him as I see him.
Look, Pussycat, I found matching dresses we can order for the...
Been pumped into her.
I hate communism.
Of course you hate communism, Ma. It's because you were raised a fascist.
Blanche, where have you been? Blanche? Blanche?
Blanche, oh, you look just beautiful. Thank you for coming.
Oh, darling, I wouldn't miss this one.
Rose, you tramp.
I'll see you later. I'm going to work.
Ma, I absolutely forbid you to leave this house.
I'm going to work whether you like it or not.
Over my dead body.
Fine, have it your way.
Blossom and Belle, who had just won the Little Miss Magnolia pageant.
Blanche, before you start, realize I am very vulnerable now, and in no mood to hear a story about you and some Yahoo cracker with 4 first names pawing at each other under a magnolia tree.
Over there, send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming, the drums rum-tumming everywhere. Say a prayer,
Men love my cupcakes.
Get a clue, Dorothy. Men would rather pay for cupcakes.
Let me tell you something, you Swedish meatball. Wait a minute. You're actually talking about cupcakes, aren't you?
Buddy's going back to Boston on Saturday.
This dress looks sensational on me. People expect to see me in a sensational dress.
What do they expect to see me in? A yarmulke and a hefty bag?
He wants me to go with him, to live with him.
You miserable, low-down piece of Yankee slime.
Blanche, I sense some hostility towards me.
How'd you like to sense a coconut upside your head?
Blanche, get a hold of yourself.
I don't want to get a hold of myself. They invite us to go out on a boat, then they sail us right out in the middle of a storm. We end up shipwrecked on the...
That means yes.
Gee, Rose, if I closed my eyes, I'd swear I was in Ecuador.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay, Rose.
Now, you have to go in there and set Sven straight, and the longer you wait, the harder it'll get.
I know you're right, and I will.
Of course she's right. You know, I once made the same mistake myself. I was dating a guy my parents could not stand. He used to come over to the house during...
See, if you put all the pieces together like this, then you see what the new me's gonna look like. See there? What do you think?
Why is everyone looking at a picture of Gavin McLeod?
No, Sophia, honey, this is a collage of all the things I'm gonna have done to my face.
So you're going ahead with the plastic surgery, huh?
I sure am.
It's not that, Ma. It's that, Ma.
Well, I'd better skedaddle. You know, my wife is out of town. I'm going to be up half the night trying to pick out a...
Sorry.
When did he die?
I wasn't there, Rose. You were.
You mean I slept with a dead man last night?
Honey, I sleep with them all the time.
He was so quiet. I just thought he was a sound sleeper. What do we do?
Call the police.
Love, period. Some things never change. I'm gonna go through with it.
Well, good for you. Yeah. And thank you for listening to me.
Oh, Victor, come on. Let's get a table. There's something I have to tell you.
Months.
Years.
Look, I agree with everything you're trying to say, but it is not that simple. The woman is my mother, and right now she needs my attention.
Why don't you just tell her how you feel? She'll understand.
You honestly think so?
Sonia.
About our policy in Guatemala. About death, Rose.
Oh, death.
Are you prepared, either of you, I mean, really
It's beautiful. I never saw a more perfect piece of fruit.
No? Then try kissing my behind. It's a real peach.
Sophia.
Come on, Dorothy, we're starting.
He kissed me. He gave me flowers.
Dorothy, come on. It's almost time. Over here, honey. Please. Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. I can read it in your face.
You can.
Oh, sure. Your husband or your boyfriend dumped you. Oh, honey, don't let it get you down. It's just...
Back in St. Olaf, there was a shepherd boy who tended his flock on the hill above the town. A wolf kept coming down and stealing his sheep, but the boy never caught him doing it. Because he never saw it happening, he became known around St. Olaf as the boy who didn't cry.
Ladies, see y'all later.
A
can't believe it.
Neither can I. Free tickets.
Oh, I'm talking about my daddy. Why, this singing thing doesn't make any sense. You know, I'm worried about him. Maybe I ought to go call...
Go. Honey, you know what you should do? Sit down, write down everything that you like about Blanche. Honey, if you care for someone, it's important to remember why they're in your life.
I guess you're right. I guess I was pretty hard on her. I can't believe I made
quality time together. You know, sometimes we'll be watching TV and I start wondering how many more times I have left like that. And I find myself staring at her and like I'm trying to freeze her face in my memory. Like I never want to forget one single line or wrinkle. Curse of the Catwoman?
I'm a mother. I know these things.
Good night, Ma.
Good night.
And then afterwards we went for coffee, and then one thing led to another, and we wound up here. Well, is that so bad?
I can't believe you. Are you actually standing here telling your own mother you had sex with a complete stranger?
No, but it was an incredible simulation.
Someone that I don't love.
Sven, you've never even met Olga. How do you know you don't love her?
Because I know I'm in love with someone else. I'm in love with Blanche.
All alone, I heard footsteps. Oh. It was my nightmare come true. Someone was after me.
Oh.
I ran. He ran. I ran faster. He ran faster.
No.
He grabbed my arm, and I turned around and dropped him. Kneed him right in his safe deposit box.
I don't care what Dorothy says. I'm not spending my vacation in New York.
Well, it might be interesting. I've never been to New York.
You haven't, Rose? I'm shocked. You're so cosmopolitan.
Well, take it from me, you're not missing a thing. The people are rude, streets are full of criminals, everything.
You're right, Mother. The television camera does exaggerate the pounds.
Oh, I don't see where a little sliver would hurt.
Finally, some action.
Well, Blanche, I really shouldn't.
Yes, Jerry, you should.
No, he shouldn't. He's watching his refined sugar intake.
Yes, he should. This cake is sweetened with natural fruit juices.
No, he
I
should.
have to figure out which of the traditional St. Olaf party games to play at Blanche's party.
Party? Is that why you've been sneaking around trying to find out my age? A party? I forbid it.
Blanche, a party is a celebration of life. And it's not just for you, but for your friends who love you.
No.
Oh, stop.
So I just spit it right out. Carl, I'm dumping you for Coach Wilkins. Afterwards, I felt much better. You just go ahead and tell me. Go ahead.
Okay. George Devereaux, your husband.